Over the last couple of years, you've probably seen Bill and I cut hundreds of holes. You know that we like to use knockout punches, and because it's so much damn fun, I'm going to cut another one. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this punch. This one's called a Slug Buster. You can see it's got a little bit different head on it. It fits onto the draw stud just like a standard punch, but this one is designed to break the donut you're cutting in half, so it's easier to eject from the cutting tool. The plan here is I'm cutting a hole in the bottom of this cabinet before I mount it. Easier to do it now and make it easier on myself than trying to do this after it's mounted. Plus, the bottom of this cabinet is somewhat unique in that it's 2-ply. You can see this edge here. We've got a sheet of metal here and a sheet of metal here, which makes it extremely difficult to punch. And it requires a significant amount of torque, and I don't want to be torquing on it while it's mounted to the wall. So I put in this knockout punch, and I'm going to use a 1-inch wrench. The ultimate goal here is I'm cutting a hole which I'm going to mount this light on, and this will be situated right over my bench like so. And I've actually modified this fixture. This is an explosion-proof light I got from salvage. I actually tore the thing apart and I threaded through some holes here so that I could put in screws from the bottom. It wasn't really designed to work that way. This entire housing screws into another piece, probably some kind of a large conduit box or something like that. Because I found this at salvage without that other box, I needed another way to mount it. So I used the existing holes that are holding this cage on and threaded them down from the top and used 3 of the 6 screws that hold the cage on to actually mount the thing. So once I get this hole cut, I'll have to cut some mounting holes too. So we're just going to put the wrench on it and give it a twist. Now we're starting to build up a little resistance. Stu's getting work out now. Oh yeah, you can hear it start to pop in there as the metal gives way. Slug Buster. Oop, there's one pop. There we go. Wow, nice neat hole. Now, like I said, this is 2-ply. We just punched a super nice hole right through both. That's why I love this Slug Buster. Unfortunately, for my big punch, finding something like a Slug Buster in that size is difficult, and it's probably going to be a lot more expensive too. But you can see how it just kind of breaks it in half for me. Makes it really easy to pull it out of here. Here, take a look at that hole. That's pretty nice and neat. And you can see how it's got to go through 2 plies there. That went surprisingly well. Now, when I originally did the doors on this thing, the doors are also 2-ply, but the doors are insulated with cardboard. It was really weird. It's like they're stuffed with corrugated cardboard, and that was a bitch to punch that thing because I was just mashing the cardboard flat inside there and cutting through it was difficult. It took a lot of torque to cut that. Next thing I'm going to do is pop the big hole in there. This is the big dog. I'm going to use that next. The Slug Buster I've got around just to make a big enough hole for the draw stud on this thing. Typically when you're cutting these things, this is the cutting edge. So this is where you're going to get the really clean cut. Typically I would want this on the outside, get the cleaner cut on the outside, and save the rough stuff for the inside where it can't be seen. But in this case, because I know I'm going to need a lot of torque to cut through 2 plies, I'm going to put this on the outside so I can really crank on it. It would be very difficult for me to to put a turn on this guy if it was inside the box. The other consideration here is that, you know, this is a cabinet, right? I mean, it's not a, you know, a case for a client or anything like that. So, and what I'm really looking at doing here is in the end, I want these cabinets to have kind of a rough look to them. That's sort of the look I'm going for. And eventually, this guy will be finished to look exactly like this one, and they'll sit side by side here. Naturally, it would have been much easier for me to put the finish on this while it wasn't up, but I'm going to cut this hole and mount the light and put the damn thing up today because I can't stand not having my stuff organized anymore. Time to put a turn on it. Low-tech, big socket. Start to hit the resistance. And then it's just a matter of digging in, and you just keep turning until she's done. Okay, just heard the last pop. Pull it out. Nice neat hole.